Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of our Project Zomboid Beginner's Full Guide. In this video we will be talking about melee weapons. Melee weapons in general are sorted into blunt and sharp, which are sorted into 7 subcategories, and each has a corresponding skill that makes the player use the given weapon more efficiently. So before we begin, let us mention that melee weapons are much quieter than firearms, but are not 100% silent. First, let's discuss one-handed weapons. One-handed weapons can often be attached to belt and sometimes to back, while two-handed weapons can only be attached to back. Blunt weapons such as a hammer or a pipe are a good choice for characters with high strength, and it is a good weapon when facing more than one zombie, since some blunt weapons are capable of cleaving more than one zombie in a single hit without damaging the clothing of the zombie's hit. But be careful that blunt weapons eventually cause exertion, which makes the character unable to perform physical activities efficiently. Sharp weapons such as knives and short blades are effective at dealing with single zombies due to having a unique instant kill attack called the jaw stab, and it does not cause exertion, and the weapon does not use durability by performing a successful jaw stab, but be careful that the weapon might get stuck in the zombie and need to be recovered. The instant kill can also be performed on knocked zombies if you aim for the head and attack while stationary. And keep in mind that having a high sneaking and light-footed skill will help, since it will be easier to get close to zombies safely. And now for two-handed weapons. So it goes without saying that these weapons must be held in two hands, which means that you can't hold a flashlight or a bag while using a two-handed weapon. First on the list is spear. Typically, spear has the biggest attack range of all melee weapons, and it also has an instant kill attack, and performing this action requires a combination of high spear skill as well as timing. So once again, having a high sneaking and light-footed will also help with this type of weapon. And now on to heavy weapons. So heavy weapons like a barbell have a slow attack speed with high attack damage and high knockdown, and cost a lot of endurance to swing, so be careful about your character getting tired fast. And it goes without saying that this weapon is a lot better in the hands of a character with high strength. Which brings us to axes. Axes have a high damage as well as knockback and knockdown, so it's an ideal weapon for any character, especially that there are one-handed and two-handed axes, and can be used to cut down trees. Next off is long blunt weapons. Weapons such as crowbars and baseball bats require less endurance than heavy weapons, and deal more damage than one-handed blunt weapons, and have a higher knockdown and push than any sharp weapon. And last on the list are long-bladed weapons like a katana. As rare as katana is, it is possibly the highest damage melee weapon in game, and doesn't cost much endurance, but be careful because comparing to other melee weapons, the durability of the katana is not that high.